All right. Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Ridhima, as you can see, and I'm an AI teacher at Coding and More, as you can also see from my background. And we are here for this month's AI Live. If any of you are new to the AI Live, what the AI Live is it's basically, everybody from the Coding and More community, we meet once a month to learn about all the new and cool stuff that's happening in the world about AI. And we have experts from all over the world who join us, who are using AI in their work or in their research, who are doing really cool stuff with AI, who come and talk to us about their work. So, you have a chance to talk to and actually interact with real people using real AI for real work. And today we have with us a very, very special guest whose name is Mr. Tapan Aslot. And he will also be introducing himself to you all in a minute. But before that, I'll just tell you a little bit about him.
I'll just admit to room 3.
Yes, okay. So Mr. Tapan is an AI artist and he's a creative director. I'm sure most of you all have heard, that nowadays AI can be used to create images and create art and do lots of creative stuff with AI.
Ma'am, graphic designing.
What designing we want?
Ma'am, graphic designing.
Yes, absolutely. So, you can use AI applications in many, many creative ways. Yes, Prabhuda?
Can use so many things like AI, that there's so many good things, and animation also.
Absolutely, most definitely. Animation is another big field where you can use things and images and videos created with the help of AI. So, Tapan is an expert at doing all of this. He's a creative director, like I said, and he's, professional AI artist, and he works with lots of national, international companies, and he, does this for them. He's also worked with Baskin Robbins, which I'm sure many of you have heard of and, enjoying things. So he's going to also show you some things that he's done for them. And he'll talk to you more about his work, but, that's basically what he does. He also works with, he talks to governments and influences policies because, we're creating all these cool things with AI, but we also need to be careful about, where we are going with them, how they can be used, because, like everything, there might be some, disadvantages if we are not very careful. So it's important that we use these things with the full knowledge of, how they can be useful in the world, but also how we should use them responsibly so that nobody is harmed along the way. So over to you, Tapan. And if anybody has questions while Tapan is speaking, you can either type them into the Zoom chat, or you can raise your virtual hand on Zoom. Please, in case you're not asking a question, please stay on mute so that, everybody else can hear Tapan very well. If you can turn on your videos, turn on your videos. Tapan, would you be okay with them asking you questions, just unmuting and asking questions, or, would you prefer them to kind of raise their hand?
I would prefer if they raise their hand and then I can interact with them.
Either your real hand or your virtual hand on Zoom, and one of us will spot it and call out your name, and then you can ask your question. And if we don't spot you by any chance, you can just type in the Zoom chat that you have a question, and then we'll, ask you to ask your question. Okay. So we're going to get started, and over to you, Tapan. Thank you, and thank you everybody for being here on a Saturday morning, afternoon, on your holiday. So thank you, Tapan, and thank you, kids.
Thank you, Ridhima. I think it's one of the most wonderful introduction I've had, and a very fresh. It's a very fresh approach to AI that I have today, and it's going to be really interesting learning for me as well. And thank you everyone to joining. For joining us on Saturday. That's a good emphasis, Ridhima. Put that on a holiday. We decided to learn something new. I think that's the first step moving forward when you decide to learn on a holiday. So that you are already ahead of a lot of people already. So good. I think we all need a big round of applause for us that we have decided to do this over holiday to learn. So thank you. I'm going to start with the introduction of AI and art combined. I'm assuming that everyone knows a little bit about artificial intelligence, a little bit about graphic design, about art, about digital platform. I'm assuming there are a lot of younger ones who might not know, like how we get thoughts when we are not working. And a lot of time we have thoughts while we are working. While we are working, we are consciously thinking of something which we are working towards. And while we are not working, then we have something called intrusive thoughts. Like we don't really consciously looking for that thought, but it hits our head and we let it go. We let it pass. Why? Because we are focusing on something else. I am focusing on creating images for Baskin Robbins. The same time, maybe I'm having a thought of pizza, something around pizza or coffee. And then I say, no, I really don't want to think about coffee now because I'm thinking about ice cream. Why? Because I have to deliver a couple of images. So I let my intrusive thought pass. One thing that I will tell everyone to remember when it comes to AI and art, that let your intrusive thought win. If you think that this thought is not necessary right now, or if this thought is not really going to help me in next 1 hour, write it down, work around it, try it in the afternoon, in the evening, in the night, the next day. That's exactly what I've been doing and what I've been telling people to do. If you are working on A, if B comes in your mind, don't ignore it, write it down on the paper. That's exactly what you need in AI art. The thought that was not necessary at that time. We've been taught that if you are working on A, you should only think about A and not B. But then there are so many thoughts that just comes to our head and subconsciously. Just write it down. That is what AI art is, your intrusive thoughts. So with this small nugget, I'm going to share my screen and I will create a small piece of art. Then I will share a link to that platform and then we will do follow along. So I'm trying to keep this session less of me talking and more of my screen showing. So it's more fun. We create more stuff and we make it more engaging. So I'm going to share my screen now. Okay, all of you can see my screen. Does everyone can see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir. We can see.
Okay. Thank you so much for confirming. So we have a platform which will convert our doodle into art. Now AI art means artificial intelligence is helping you create an art. When I say artificial intelligence, it is a computer generated bot. I would say it's a bot. It's a system that has been created by humans. It's a system that is created by humans where machine has a ability to behave like a human. So you are in a way creating a replica. Now I am working on a project where I have to create particular shape or an animal or a vehicle. I can do it myself, but if I want to make my work faster, I need a machine that thinks like me but works faster than me. That is what artificial intelligence. And now we are combining artificial intelligence with art. So we are taking the help of a machine that can think like human, and we are taking the help of that machine to create art for us. So that machine has to do two things. One, to understand art, and second, to understand humans. It's very simple. The machine that understands arts, the machine that understands humans. So I'll just start something. I think I need someone from audience to tell me what do they want me to draw. Anyone. They can write their suggestion on chat box, or they can raise a hand and Ridhima can pick up someone.
So kids, who wants to take this up? Your idea is going to get converted into the art. So whoever goes first will get it. So either shout it out or put it in the chat quickly. What should Tapan generate or create first? Any ideas? Think of your favorite things. Okay, I see some things coming into the chat.
Okay.
Tapan, it's your pick.
Okay, someone says scenery of a garden in evening, ice cream, a flower. Okay, someone said Lamborghini. Okay, ninja, a school. I think let's combine a couple of things and make it one. A flying car, a flower, ice cream. Okay, nice. Let's try to create a flying car flying above a garden where there are a lot of flowers. Let's see how that goes. So I'm going to create something very simple here. I'm just showing that you really don't need to have a very, very extended art skill here, because machine has an ability to understand very basic shape. Then we will have a, okay, and tell me, can someone tell me if my car should have wings or it should fly without wings?
Wings.
Wings, okay, we'll give our car wings. We will try to have a nice ice cream cone also here. Let's see how that goes, if machine actually understands or if we have to simplify it. Now, when I'm done drawing on my artboard, I also need to write a command. We call that command prompt. Like how in English language, we have a meaning of the word prompt, that you need to prompt something to someone. You prompt someone to say something, you prompt someone to do something. The same way, we are prompting a machine to do something. So we put a prompt. Okay, okay, Samaira said sun. Okay, I will put a sun also here. So let's, there you have sun, Samaira. All right, the sun here. So, okay, Arnav said clouds. Okay, we'll have clouds also. There you go. I think our sky is pretty much full. There is no space for cloud also now. Okay, clouds. But I have a fear that the machine is going to understand this cloud as smoke of a car. Let's see how that goes. Ridhima said birds. Ridhima, I'm really sorry. We don't have space for birds, but I'll try to put I'll try to put bird in the next illustration. Our sky is quite full. Tree. I think I always trees are always they already there. Water. Okay, we'll say a garden full of flowers and a giant ice cream cone. That's the first part of our prompt. Now the beginning of our prompt is something we want for sure. We predominantly want that thing in the image. That should be the first part of the prompt. These are the things that we cannot compromise on. Flowers. Is someone drawing above? Is someone drawing on?
Kids, please do not annotate on Tapan's screen. It will confuse everybody as to what the AI is doing and what you are doing. Thank you. Okay, I think it's up.
So the first part of the prompt is something you definitely want in the image. Mostly The second part of the prompt is the environment that you want. If it's a sunrise or it's a sunset, if it's a daybreak, if it's a golden hour, a different time of the day that you want to, it's a dawn, it's dusk. So you have to mention that part in the second half of the prompt. There are a lot of time, there are elements you may want to compromise, or if you're okay compromising, you can also mention towards the end. But we don't want to compromise on any element. So we will try to put a hyphen so that AI will combine both of them. We'll put a hyphen and not comma. If you say comma, it's going to consider both the sentences separated. If you want to join them, we will put a hyphen, a dash, and then we will say a flying car above the garden. And we will say sunrise. Let's see what comes. We'll just say generate. Now we'll wait for the machine to create 3 pieces of artwork for us. Wow, look at this. So people who suggested their elements, are they really happy seeing their elements in the picture?
Yes, sir.
You can
can
unmute and say wow if you want to.
So,
Nice.
is someone trying to say something?
Does anyone want to say what they think of this
Nice.
picture? How cool is it? Very cool.
Now you have a.
I can see lots of wows in the chat.
So in the third image is a little bit closer to what we were trying to do. We have a flying car that is going above a garden. The garden has a lot of flowers. There's also an ice cream cone, and also there is a sun. What we really didn't get is wings. Can someone tell me why didn't we get wings?
Sir, because if it has wings, so in my opinion, it covers the most of the sky, and that looks odd in my opinion.
But then machine doesn't understand that it looks odd. Just because I have drawn it, the machine should have drawn it. But why wings are not there? Can someone tell me why wings are not there?
So because in prompt you haven't write the wings in the car.
Correct. Who is this? Is this Arnav?
Yes, sir.
Correct. Wonderful. I think we all should have a round of applause for Arnav. He has clearly understood how this thing works. Because wings was not a part of my prompt. Now prompt is the text input we have given. I'm going to zoom out here. The bottom you see a garden full of flowers. Are you guys following here? I have highlighted that part of the screen. There are a garden full of flowers and a giant ice cream cone. A flying car above the garden. There is no mention of wings. If I would have mentioned a flying car with wings, then it would have created. So we will try to do that. A flying car with wings. We will say a flying car with wings above the garden. And then we will say generate. Now we'll wait for 3 more images to appear. So now the prompt has become very long, and that's why the AI is confused. A garden full of flowers and a giant ice cream cone. Now we will have to separate them. A flying car with wings. Oh, I need to log in first. Okay. I'll just log in and reshare.
So, kids, if you noticed, Tapan tried to change his prompt, but the wings still didn't come, and that's something we have to keep in mind. Just because we say something doesn't mean the AI is going to understand it and give us a perfect outcome in the first go. It's something that you need to keep working on. So the more you do it and experiment with it, the better you'll get it. Sorry, Tapan, go ahead.
You have to do a lot of experiments. You have to do a lot of trial and error. There will be so many times, because it's like when you have a friend in your school, the more time you spend with that friend, you understand him or her better. You understand that person, how he or she talks. What is the language that the person actually understands? If you want to get something out of that person, or you want to tell that person to do something, there is a way you approach. There is a way we approach different people differently. We cannot have the same language for everyone. That's the exact fundamentals that we have to apply with AI. That every AI platform understands different language. So you have to learn to talk like that platform. So you have to learn to talk to an artificial intelligence. The only way to learn that is to spend more time with that platform. There are so many different platforms, they understand different prompts differently. Now, when I say that different prompts differently, I have this platform here, which I'm using. Now, if I switch to another platform, which I have, which is Firefly. Now, if I take the same prompt, I'm just copying this text and I'm pasting it here. This is the second platform I have. I'm writing the same thing: a garden full of flowers and a giant ice cream cone, a flying car with wings, and sunrise. Let's see what this platform will create. It's like you're talking to a different person. See what do we have? This platform gave wings to cone and not the car. So maybe we have to take we'll say a garden full of flowers with a giant ice cream cone. Then we will say a car with wings. And we say sunrise. We're still not there. We're still not there.
So I see some kind of wings in the picture. It's just that it's not on the car yet. It's getting closer.
We're getting garden, we're getting flowers, we're getting ice cream cone and car. Just not cars with wings. We will have to change our prompt. We will say a car, we will say a set of wings attached to a car. We will be more specific. Let's see what that gives us. Okay, okay, closer. Now we have two wings with car. We also have a garden and a giant cone. Now only thing which is left is You have to put the car in the sky because you want the car to fly and not to be on the ground. You'll see a garden full of flowers with a giant ice cream cone, a set of wings attached to a flying car. Is everyone following what is actually happening here?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we follow.
And I hope everyone's really enjoying and understanding this process. It's a very fun process and it's a very collaborative process. So anyone, whatever they can feel like asking or saying, they can please mention in the chat. We will address all the questions in the chat. Okay, Samaira said a very interesting thing. She said, machine knows car have no wings, but in our imagination, everything is possible. That's very correct. That's why learning how to write better prompt is a way to win. When you know how to write proper prompt, when you actually know how to talk to an artificial intelligence, you can create what you want because machine is here to create images for you. Even though machine knows that car do not have wings, machine understands that there is something called car and there is something called wings. How you tell machine to combine both of them is your skill. So okay, now we did came very close. We did come very close to what we wanted to create, but the car is still not in the air. It is still on the ground. So we will rephrase. We will try to make it look more like human. A car in the sky instead of flying. That's a good input. We can definitely try that.
Tapan, do you think in Adobe, if we in Firefly, if we had just put a car with wings without the other things, the machine would have understood better?
Just car with wings.
Yeah, since that's the only thing it's not understanding.
We can do that so that we understand what machine is actually understanding when we say car with wings. That would be a good exercise. Okay, we do have a car with wings here. Now we
And
just
now if you added the other things, maybe
say flying above a garden. We will keep progressing like this. We will keep improving our prompt. Okay. So I think here I will take, someone suggested, I think Ishani, a car in the sky instead of flying. Then I will say a car with wings in the sky. I will also try to add a prompt which sounds more like a human language. Car with wings in the sky. I want to see a garden below. Because a lot of time, something like this has worked out for me. Okay, that worked. Which image you guys think looks closer to what we are trying to achieve?
First one.
First one?
The first one.
The first one, correct.
First
Correct.
one.
Because you can see the whole garden, you can see those flowers also which are very close to us. You can also
So the
see
first and the last one.
first and the last one, correct. Last one also looks a lot like there's a garden below and the car is flying. Now the only thing we are missing from our previous trial is the ice cream cone. We'll try to integrate ice cream cone somehow. I think before that, I would like to show different art styles. Now here, so we will take. Okay, that will not be here. That will be somewhere else. Okay, so now we have currently selected art. Are you guys able to see the right side of my screen? My pointer says art. If I change this to photo, it will try to create something which is more photoreal and not like a illustration, not like a painting. It will create something which looks like a photograph and not a painting. See, so the artificial intelligence tried to create images using actual photos of car. So car looks more like a real car and not an illustration. From the right, I've changed it to palette knives, or we will change it to layered paper. So layered paper is again a canvas. We will try how this will look on a layered paper, and we will change the photo to graphic. Nice. So now this looks like as if it is made out of paper. See, it looks like a paper cutout. As if there are so many different pieces of paper being cut from magazine or newspaper, and then someone has pasted them on top of each other. Like same thing you can see here or here. You see this bottom part of the image, it looks like it has a depth. Tell me which image you guys like the most. I'm going to keep scrolling.
First one and the last one.
The first
So I
one
like
and
the first one and the last one.
First.
Or
The last one.
I'm going to download all these images and I'm going to give it to Ritima. She will give all these images to you.
The first one.
Now let's see what are other styles we have in this software. Now we will clear this out. We'll try with something new. Now we just want one word. We will create something with one word so we can explore different styles. I'm going to pick something from chat. Can someone suggest something? What do you want me to create? Just one element. A house, nice. Okay. Okay, I'm going to combine what Alena and Icha said.
Mountain.
Mountain, house, and a big house. Okay, big shoes. Okay. Let's say
Sir,
a big house shaped like a shoe on a mountain. Now we will pick styles. There are so many different styles we have. There's photographic, which is going to give something which looks very photoreal. Looks like a photograph, like a real picture. And there is fantasy art. In fantasy art, something looks like it's been drawn on a computer. The third is origami. So something that looks like it is made out of paper. Then there is isometric. Isometric will make it look more like a mobile game. There are a lot of games that we play in mobile. There is a word for that style. The word is called isometric. Then there is digital and comic book and anime. And then there are so many different styles. I think I would personally like to go ahead with the origami. Okay, origami. We'll see what it creates for us.
Sir, mountain with snow.
Mountain with snow. Okay.
Sir, a spaceship in a clear night sky and
Okay. Let's say a mountain. Snow.
sir, a clear night sky on which a spaceship is flying.
Okay, sure. So who said mountain with snow?
Sir, me, Samira.
Samaira, hi Samaira. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir. Please make.
What modification, what changes would you like me to make in this? Do you let's make this a bigger mountain, or you want to have a river next to this mountain? Does this look like it's made out of paper?
Sir, river and cloud also.
River and cloud, sure. It's a mountain with snow. River and clouds.
Sir, can you make thunderstorm also?
Okay, let's try to make thunderstorm.
Sir,
Okay.
the frozen river.
Sorry, I did not hear the last.
House. Sir, it is like a mountain paper.
Yeah, it looks like a snowy mountain and a river made
Sir,
out of.
it's origami.
It's origami. Correct. Correct. This is origami. This actually makes me do origami today. Take out some paper from magazine and then cut them and fold them, paste them, and create this in actual. Now let's say someone said a spaceship. Who said spaceship?
Sir, me. Vivan.
Can you repeat it again, Vivan?
Yes, sir. There's a thunderstorm in which a spaceship is flying in the sky.
Okay, we'll say spaceship is flying through a thunderstorm. But now our subject is a little bit serious. What we are trying to create is a little bit serious and a little bit more cinematic. It should look like a Hollywood film or any film for that matter. So we will change the style. We will not have origami.
No. So, can you do the beach?
Sure, I will do the beach.
So, put an animal or something next time.
Okay, just mention in the comment. Right after this, we will take the spaceship is flying through a thunderstorm and our art style is fantasy style. So we will try to see what it generates. Wow, look at this. There's a giant spaceship flying.
Sir, a big boat on the river. So, can you do the beach? Sir, it is like a spaceship.
Would you all really like to create these things on your own? I can share a link to this website and you all can create this thing.
Then draw an alien.
Sorry?
Can you draw someone next? So, can you draw a beach?
Beach. We'll say a beach. In which style? Let's pick a style.
Sir,
We
a
want a
beautiful
beach.
unicorn.
Okay, just mention everything in the comment.
Sir, can you please draw alien? Sky. Bird.
So Kavya, you said beach. Now let's pick a style for you. Let's pick comic book style for beach.
Sir, forest. Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll say a beautiful beach, and we'll pick comic book as a style. And then we'll say generative. Okay, I think we should just say
Sir,
beach.
can you make the beautiful birds also? The unicorn.
Sir, a human with a dark sky.
So the
Someone said a boat on the river. And we will say pixel art. Who said a boat on the river? Avishi said a boat on the river. Avishi, keep your eye on the screen. Now, it looks like a mobile game. There are so many different styles which we can pick. Pixels.
Sir, you can draw the solar system.
Solar system, I can definitely try that. It's a solar system. But in which style? Let's pick a style that do justice to our subject. We always have to remind that
sir,
whatever
can you try
subject we are studying.
Zombieland?
Sorry?
Sir, can you try Zombieland?
Zombieland, I'm really not sure if this platform will be able to create, because zombies are something it's a very violent subject. And these platforms, they do not tend to create something which is very violent. They will shut my
Sir,
account.
can you make human with a dark sky?
Who said solar system?
I'm very, very sorry to interrupt kids and Tapan, but I think we have to wrap up in a few minutes. So maybe Tapan, if you can just do maybe one or two last prompts, and then we can take, one or two of the questions that the kids
Sir.
have.
I'm also going to share a link of this platform so that everyone can open and then
Yes,
they can try.
absolutely. So Tapan is
I've
going to share the link with y'all,
Samira.
and y'all can try as much as y'all want at home. Does anybody have any other questions besides, prompts for pictures about how this
Yes.
happened or why what happened?
Yes, ma'am, in this, the topic is, in this image is solar system. So can you add a image? The prompt has to be a dead star in a solar system. Like that I say.
I did not get the question. I'm really sorry.
Moon. Sir, I am asking that can you please add a dead star in a prompt, sir?
Yes, I can definitely add. But as Ridhima said, we are running out of time, and I've shared the link with everyone so that all of you can create these artworks.
Sir, can you add a if you Sir, can you make a moon?
I'm not able to hear.
I think, okay, maybe we can do one last star and moon. So maybe Tapan, you could just put star and moon in your prompt, and then that's the last one we're doing for today.
Star
Sir?
moon.
Yeah, I think they were asking for star and moon.
Okay. I really don't know what is the star moon.
No, a star and a moon in the solar system.
Okay. Solar system with a lot of stars. So we will not say one star. If we just say star, it will either create just one star, like the star we are so used to getting ratings. It will create
Sir,
that
you
star.
can draw the shooting star.
So, if you want that two styles together, then how can that happen?
If I want two styles together,
Yes.
so for two styles, there is a different platform where you can blend two styles. But I'm afraid that platform is a bit difficult to understand now. There are different platforms where you can blend two styles, but the platforms are very complex, very difficult to handle right now because it requires very complex prompt structure. So once we master this, probably if we have one more session or two more sessions, and if we master this, then we can land to that platform. Because I've tried to.
Okay, sir.
So,
Okay, someone's trying to ask something.
sir, me, Vivan again.
Hi, Vivan.
So, sir, I will request you to see my artworks that I make in a paper, sir.
Okay, sure. I'm switching off my screen. You can share. Supriya ma'am, can he share his screen? I'm switching off mine.
I think he's holding up his drawing to show you.
Oh, lovely. Can you see? It looks like a Krishna.
Yes,
Ah,
sir.
very nice.
Ma'am.
In fact,
Wonderful.
kids, I have an idea. Since Tapan has shared the link with you all, we are going to do something very unique this time. Whoever makes some nice art with this, please email it back to us. We'll share our email ID and we'll actually put it in our newsletter and we'll share it with Tapan sir also. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's a
Yes,
wonderful
ma'am.
idea.
Yeah. And you can use your imagination whichever way you like, right?
Nice, nice. Wow. Did you use watercolor for this?
Yes, in some part of the drawing, I created with these drawings with pencil color, oil pastel, and watercolor. These are the combination of different types of colors and all. The
Very
Krishna
nice.
drawing that I show you, it is completely made of watercolor, poster color, sir.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful piece. Oh dear. Nice. That's from Toy Story. No, not Toy
Yes,
Story.
yes,
Which character
yes,
is it?
sir, yes, sir.
It's Toy Story character, right?
Yes, and see this, sir. This is my 5 days drawing.
Lovely, lovely work, Vivan. Lovely work.
Thank you, sir.
I'm really looking forward to see what you create using this AI platform.
Yes, sir. I have also done animations and I recently started to draw images in an app called IBS Paint.
Okay, nice. Please do share everything with Riddhima. I would love to see all of
Okay,
these.
sir, where to send these artworks, sir? Can you please tell me again?
Yes, I
To
think
coding and more will one. So I'll put the information in the chat, and then whatever y'all want to share with Tapan sir, you can send me and I'll send to him, and whatever Tapan sir wants to send to y'all, he can send to me, and to coding and more, and we can send it to y'all. So we do the exchange for y'all.
Okay, so in the chat, I have to click these images and send to you.
Yes, there is an email ID. You can see that Supriya's just put an email ID in the Zoom chat. So you can email anything you want or anything that you do create to us on this email ID.
Okay.
And if you, especially all your AI creation. So, coding and more teaches AI to children. So, if you have any AI stuff, then that would be even better.
Thank you.
I think Arnav also raised his hand. Arnav also wanted to say something.
I want to know that how much AI websites are there to do this things like AI with art.
I'm sorry, I missed. I couldn't hear.
He was asking you how many of these kinds of websites are there where you can create AI art.
So there's so many. There's so many of them. There are at least like 15 of them, 14, 15 of them where you can create, but then not all of them are really useful, or not all of them are very powerful as what we saw, that it quickly understood our command or quickly understood our prompt. A lot of them would take a lot of time to master it, a lot of effort, and a lot of them are very expensive also. There are very few which will let you create more and more without spending more money, because these are for learnings. They are open, they are free. There are few which are definitely better, but they are very expensive because people use it to create something that they can sell, or they can create for brands, for the clients. That's why those are very expensive platforms. The one that I showed lets you create more images without spending any money. So you can definitely try that. I'm going to share a couple of more links with Riddhima. She will share those links. So
Okay.
okay.
Anything else you need to tell them, Tapan?
No, I think I'm really happy, and it was definitely a wonderful experience for me. And thank you, Supriya, ma'am, for really.
Sir, see my one more artwork, sir. See my one more artwork.
Beautiful, beautiful. What character is that? Is it
Yes.
Sonic?
Yes, sir.
Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are absolutely right.
Nice.
Thank you for sharing, Vivan. Okay, so I'm afraid, guys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have to stop our session here for today. But it's been so much fun, and thank you everybody for joining us, all of you students, and especially a big thank you to Tapan. I think we can all say thank you to Tapan. So if you all want, you all can unmute and say thank you to him if you all had a
Thank
fun
you, sir.
session.
Thank you, sir.
You, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So I think everyone can switch on the camera and we can take a nice screenshot.
Yes, we want to take one picture. So if everyone can put on their video cameras, that would be amazing. So we can take one nice big picture. And if whoever wants to keep learning more about AI, more about AI art, you can always contact us and we can continue to your learning journey. This is just a little bit what you've seen today. Okay, so everyone's cameras. Should we click in 3, 2, 1? Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Tapan.
Wonderful day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Everyone.